Welcome to the video tutorial for the sandwich bread recipe from my cookbook, 3 Doughs, 60 Recipes. In a large mixing bowl, add in the milk and the salted butter that has been cut into cubes and microwave that for about 45 seconds. You can use a saucepan if you don't have a microwave. Whisk that together and then add in the warm water, the instant yeast, and the honey or granulated sugar, and then whisk that together again until it's all combined. Add in the bread flour and the fine sea salt and mix that all together with a spoon until you have a shaggy looking dough like this. If you do not have a stand mixer and you plan to knead the dough by hand, place it onto a clean work surface, remove any rings, and then start rolling it into a log-like shape. Pull it back together in a ball and repeat. It will be sticky at first. You just need to trust the process. If it's unbearably sticky, you can add a tiny bit of flour, but it will get smoother as the gluten develops. Knead by hand for about 10 minutes. If you have a stand mixer, you can just mix the entire batch of dough in that. It will save you a lot of time and energy. Just use the dough hook and knead for about 8 minutes. When it's done, it should be smooth and elastic like this and tacky but not sticky. Lightly butter or oil your large mixing bowl. Place the dough into it and cover with a tea towel for about an hour at room temperature. Near the end of the proofing time, liberally butter your loaf tin and then tip the dough out onto an unfloured surface and stretch it into a large rectangle like this. Fold the right hand side into the middle and the left hand side into the middle. Then pat it down and roll it up as tightly as possible. Do you see how I'm pulling out and then rolling? I pull and then I roll until I get a tight cylinder shape. Then I pinch the edges to get a nice clean looking loaf. And then I sort of even out the cylinder in case there's any thicker parts. Place that into the prepared loaf tin and cover that to proof for about an hour to an hour and a half. It should have risen at least an inch over the top of the tin. Then brush the top with milk or a bit of water and bake it for about 30 to 35 minutes. Once it's out of the oven, rub a little pat of butter over the top. This helps to keep the crust nice and soft, and it just looks so good too, doesn't it? After about 5 minutes, remove the loaf from the tin so that the sides of the bread don't get soggy from the steam. Once it's cool, you can cut in and enjoy as toast or as great bread for sandwiches, or just enjoy it with plenty of butter. Or instead of using this dough to make a loaf, check out my book for lots of ideas for how to use it, including monkey bread, bagels, and giant soft pretzels.